Okay, so just to show you a couple more scenarios, say if you had something like this, you always want to get rid of these corner pieces first, so you always want to switch them first and then leave these edge pieces for later. You can usually always get to these couple pieces here by switching these pieces around. I'll show you a better way of solving centers in my next video for the 6x6, but for the 5x5 this is fine. So what you need to do is get them as close together as you can. But I always like doing it on the right side, so I'll just turn both of these once. So my corners are as close as possible as they can. And I do that move. Then turn the top, turn the yellow side up, and turn it like that. So now I have just these two left. In order to do that, you do that same move. You just match it up and put them in the exact same spot. You have this center right piece here, and this is in the center right piece here. They're as close together as they possibly can be. So then you just go up, top, down, then turn the top again, up, top, down, and now you have it where you'll have this yellow 2x1 here and this red 2x1 here. So now you want to put this corner in here, so you have to turn the top like this. So now it's in the correct spot. Like, see, we have this here, it's in the upper right position. We want to put it in the upper right corner so it's in the correct spot. So just turn each of the two right layers like that, turn the top, and then pull it back down. And then you get both your centers solved. So now what we're going to be doing is solving the sides, and it's exactly the same as the 4x4, except now we have 3 pieces that we're solving for here instead of 2. Some people like to pair up 2 pieces on each side and then do the third one once all of the pieces have been paired twice, but I don't really like that. I find it being tedious and I just make more mistakes than anything. So I always just pair 3 at a time up. So exactly the same technique as the 4x4. We're going to just arbitrarily pick a piece. You can always just pick this center here, these center pieces here. So this center piece here is blue and black. So now we need to find blue and black edge pieces here that go with it. So you have 2 different types of the edge pieces. You have these center ones and you have these outer ones. Now the center ones can never be in place of the outer ones. You can never switch these. Their centers will always be centers and the outer ones will always be outer ones. So now let's look for some pieces to pair these up. So we have this blue and black, so keep your finger on it and just keep looking around the cube for other blue and black pieces, and we find one here. It's right here. So we can just pull that side down to have the blue and black and the blue and black on the exact same layer. But similarly to the 4x4, we have the situation where they're the same color scheme. So what we need to do is make them have the opposite orientation. So we can go take this blue and black piece here, we can turn it left twice. So now that it's the opposite color scheme, it's black and blue instead of blue and black. And then we can just pull the bottom layers over twice to match it up like that. You could have done this with this center as well. I'll show you that really quick. So this was our original scenario. We have this blue and black piece here and this blue and black piece here. They're the same color scheme, so we have to change this. So we could have just turned the right side twice, so now we have that opposite color scheme, and then we could have just brought the top 2 layers over to match it up like that. We could have just done that as well. So now once you have 2 of them matched up, similarly to the 4x4, you have to bring them either up or down. I chose up in this case. You have to bring an empty or undone edge piece here, or edge pairings here, bring it back down, and now you just have to realign your centers, and then you have your matched pair up here. It's fine. So now we need to find the other blue and black piece, so keep your finger on these ones here to save some time. Just keep looking around for it. and we find that it's here. So this piece here is blue and black, and we have our other black and blue ones right here. So this isn't in the same plane, this is in the Y plane here. We want to work in the X plane here. So what we need to do is put this up here. In order to do that, in this case, we can't just move it like this because that would move this layer as well. So what we need to do is to move, I'll have this algorithm for you right here. So it's not really much, but all you do is move the right side like that, and then you can move the bottom layer like that, and then just turn your cube. So now you have them in the correct spots. So this blue and black here is in the correct color scheme and everything with this piece here. So we can just pull it over once to match up all three of these, and then that's how you match up these three pairings here, or a tredge they're sometimes called. So say for example you had it where it was down here, the piece, like something like this, down here, and it was over here, right? And when you can't have that, because when you pull it over, you would be kicking out the piece you already had done, and this is in the opposite color scheme, so you'd have to do more work in order to fix it, so that's counterproductive. So you always have to make sure that you have it in the opposite layer here, or in this empty layer here, so that you can pull it across and you can match up these three pieces here. And then once you match up the three pieces, you have to go up or down, pull an empty or uncompleted edge piece down, pull it back down like that, and then realign the centers to get them all matched up again. So we have one triple edge piece done now, and we have to do other ones. So same technique as before. I'm just going to arbitrarily, well, you can always look around the cube as well and see if you have anything already matched for you, and always finish these ones off because that'll save you a lot of time. So we have these blue and red ones matched up here, so I just need this blue and red piece here, and we see that we just have to look around the cube to find the other blue and red piece. It's down here, it's far away. So we have this blue and red piece here, and we have our two matched up pieces down here. So first we have to match it up to put it, we have to bring it down to put it on the same face. That's step one in matching up these edge pieces. Step two is putting it in the correct color scheme or correct layer here. You need it in the empty layer. So we see that it's here and it needs to go up here. So it would be counterproductive for us to pull this one in here and just move it across, because not only is it the opposite color scheme, you're also knocking out an undone pair or a completed pair that you already did. So just pull it back like this. We have it on the same face. That's step one. Step two, we have to do right now. We have to get this piece up here. In order to do that, you have to move the right layers twice. So now that we have it in the same layer, it's right here, this blue and red piece. But now instead of turning the upper layers once, we have to turn them twice. So once, twice, just like that. So now we have this the triple edge piece matched up. We take it like this, just move it up, pull the empty or undone pair in here, bring it back down. So now our centers are off, undone, so we just need to turn this a couple times, either once or twice depending on if it was in the correct spot, or you have to turn this twice in order to realign our centers here. So that's the piece we just did. So now just arbitrarily pick a piece, and this isn't fixed, remember, you can go on any layer here or turn it any way you want. So I'm just going to pick this one here. This is green and black, and then we need to look for the other green and black piece. So say you had something like this where you matched it up with your other green and black piece, but then you pulled it in like that, so it's in the opposite color scheme, or you have one matched up like this already. Look, I'll just show you. So say you had something like this where these two are matched up, but they're in the opposite color scheme, where this side needs to be black and then this side needs to be green. That's fine. What we can do is just do this algorithm here, like we learned from the we can just do this algorithm here that we learned from the 4x4 video in order to switch these around. It's the exact same move as before. You could do this if you have one piece here that needs to be fixed, or if you had another piece that was black and green up here, so you had all three that were matched up, but two of them need to be switched. You can just do that same move where you go, this is the move here, you go right, right, back, back, up, up, left, up, right, up, right, up, front, right, front, left, back, right, twice, in order to match up that pair here. So we had it in the opposite orientation here, and we just switched it back over, and now this is correctly paired up. So that can always save you some time if you have them paired up, but the color scheme is switched to get it in the correct spot. So now just look for the other green and black piece. We have it here. So step 1's complete. We have it on the same face. Step 2, we have to get it in the correct layer. So since this one's up here and we need it to be down here, we have to turn it twice and then pull the bottom layers over twice to get this triple edge matched up like this. Then we just pull it up, bring an empty or undone edge piece down, and then redo our centers, fix our centers. Okay, so now I'm going to show you one where I'll bring it to the bottom. So I just arbitrarily pick a piece. We have that case here where these two are matched up, so we can just do that right, right, back, back, up, up. Move to fix it. So I'll just show you that again with it on the right side. This time it doesn't matter if it's on the left or right, but you just go right, right, back, back, up, up, left, up, right, up, front, right, front, left, back, right twice in order to flip that piece over. It'll always flip it to the opposite side and get it in the correct position. That's a really good algorithm to know. See, we have that case again here. It's the exact same thing, so we can just do that algorithm again to flip these around, but I always want to complete my triple edge pieces first. So we need to go find the other blue and yellow piece. It's here in this case. So we need to turn. I always like turning the side that has the one piece that you need to fix. So I usually turn the right side, but in this case there's only one piece here, so I'll turn the left side twice. It's the exact same thing, except now you have to move the top layer twice in order to match it up because you moved it to the upper layer. So now I'm going to show you, I'm just going to bring it down this time. So I'm going to bring it down, so now I'm on the bottom face. So it's the same thing still, you just move an undone piece here, and now you have to go up in order to fix it, and then realign your centers, and then that's done like this. So you just keep doing this until you have two empty edges left, or two edges left.